In the men's floor exercise to get us underway at the second ever Cairo World Cup. The city that they call the City of 1,000 Minarets, one of the most historic and beautiful cities in the world, both the modern and the ancient world. A city of 21 million in its wider metropolitan area. It's been one of the great global trading centres for centuries. Time to trade some medals here in Cairo. Let's get underway.
يتنافس على جهاز الحركات الأرضية اللاعب الأول من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية إيان لاسيك إليس.
Representing Israel,
Ian Lasik Ellis of the United States of America will be first to go, followed by Artem Dolgopiat of Israel. The reigning Olympic champion will then have Paul Judah of the United States of America, the top performer in qualification, and Eamon Montgomery of Ireland.
Gentlemen, you may now warm up.
The 8th strongest in qualification. Those are the first 4. They will warm up first, then compete. We'll have the split warm-up format employed, as is customary now in all apparatus finals in FIG competition, a relatively recent change. The start list for the men's floor exercise and the top performer in qualification. The USA's Paul Judah will go third in the order, but we do have the reigning Olympic champion Artem Dolgopiat in this final.
If this is the first time you tune in, you missed some great qualification sessions here in the magnificent Cairo International Stadium.
A look over the shoulder of Paul Judah, the 20-year-old from Illinois, all-around silver medalist at the 2021 Pan American Championships. That earned the United States of America an additional spot for the Olympiad. And good to see Judah out on the international scene. Eamon Montgomery, just 19. The second youngest competitor actually in this final. He was 6th in the competition in Doha, the most recent World Cup. Really has proven himself to be a most impressive young performer on the floor exercise. His teammate Adam Steele will go in the second half of the order. There's Irish representation coming later on in the pommel horse competition as well, courtesy of Rhys McClenaghan. So it is time to begin.
يستعد الآن على جهاز الحركات الأرضية من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية إيان لاسيك إليس.
To the gymnast from the United States of America, Ian Lasik Ellis. '18-year-old from Dover in Massachusetts. And a senior international debut for him. Representing the United States of America, Ian Lasik Ellis, the second strongest performer in qualification, the 18-year-old from Massachusetts, senior international debutant, the undergraduate at Stanford University. A nice sense of fluidity in his flare work. Perhaps just a touch diagonal on his handstand axis, the y-axis. That's a better tumbling pass. He does twist nicely. He's taken quite a few adjustments on each of his landings. Likely to be reflected in the execution score, which will probably not be quite as strong as it was in qualification. 14.166 was his overall qualification mark. But this is, after all, his first ever international final. He's done very well to qualify in such illustrious company and in such a high position too. He's only just recently begun his undergraduate studies at Stanford, set to graduate in 2025, and the floor champion at the Winter Cup in Texas at the start of this year.
World Cup, and also, of course, the first time that he qualifies for a final at a World Cup. Great job by Ian Lasik-Ellis, qualifying for the final in his first ever World Cup competition. Who was born in
Let's have a look back at the work of Ian Lasik-Ellis of the USA. Just landed a touch overbalanced, a little forwards on that opening tumbling pass. This is flare work after the second.
His score, first score on men's floor exercise.
Did well coming in slightly low out of the twist position to stabilise himself. The execution in qualification was 8.466. One of the higher execution scores of any of the qualifying gymnasts for this final. Certainly was never going to be close to that. So 12.366 for Lasik-Ellis of the USA. He's lost 3/10 of difficulty from qualification too. Nonetheless, first time that we've seen him at senior international level.
And now, on floor exercise, representing Israel.
To the reigning Olympic champion, Artem Dolgopiat. Third strongest in qualification, but with a 7.966 execution. So if he stays on his feet, then this as the most difficult routine, one would expect to fly into the lead. Of course, it's not that simple. But he has just tremendous amplitude to his tumbling passes. Twists with such rapidity. Oh yes, lovely. Gets the knees so sharply into the body. Quite a big step forward as he lands that final tumbling pass. Artem Dolgopiat of Israel.
Olympic gold medalist of Tokyo here on the field of play. Artem Dolgopiat.
24-year-old, scored 14.066 in the qualification campaign.
To win a medal at the Olympics. And it was not just a medal, it was the gold medal. Artyom Dolgopiat from Israel.
So many honours that he's picked up in his career. The first ever Israeli artistic gymnastics Olympic champion, the European champion in 2020. He's been a world championship medalist on 2 occasions. Won the gold medal at the Doha World Cup, the most recent World Cup, after being 6th in Cottbus. Just got the sense of a gymnast who wasn't quite there at the start of the season, but has now settled in.
Let's wait for his score on the floor.
And a look back at Artem Dolgopiat of Israel. Really gets time in the air. Very powerful athlete, but also an elegant one.
40.5 for Artyom Dolgopiat.
There's no question this will be considerably higher than his qualification performance. Just how much? 14.5, that's how much. Difficulty score is the same, but he's gained around half a mark in execution and goes handsomely into the lead. The question now asked of the top qualifier, Paul Judah of the USA, 14.533 in qualification. The leading score, 14.5. It doesn't give him a great deal of room, especially when considering that he's giving away a little difficulty to Artem Dolgopiat. Execution like that will help, though. Oh, he's low in that landing. Doesn't he do well to get back upright? A 20-year-old from Deerfield in Illinois. Oh, he's got lovely height in his flares. Line of the hips well off the mat. From the United States of America, a pleased Paul Judah. Has he done enough to topple Artem Dolgopiat from first place? He was the top performer in qualification. He certainly has given a fine account of himself in the final. Young gentleman from a strong gymnastics family. Brother and sister, both accomplished gymnasts.
Silver medal winner.
Much like Ian Lasik-Ellis, he's a university undergraduate, but at Michigan, where he is a most skilled young engineer.
He was born in the state of Illinois. Paul Judah.
Those of you who watched the Friendship and Solidarity competition at the end of 2020 may remember him from there. Keeps his heels together in the twist position, toes very nicely pointed. It's good form, as is that very powerful Thomas flares. Nice symmetry in his final tumbling pass as well. Now, how does this compare to the 8.633 execution that he produced in the preliminary round? It's going to need to be really sharp execution to tackle Dolgopiat's 14.5, and he isn't too far away at all. 14.333. His difficulty down by 0.2 from qualification. It will be interesting to see whether that is something they choose to pursue, the US delegation.
والآن على جهاز الحركات الأرضية من أيرلندا Eamon Montgomery.
Now representing Ireland, Eamon Montgomery, the 19-year-old from West Belfast, based now in Abbottstown in Dublin. 6th in Doha, wasn't that impressive? Comes into this as the 8th strongest performer in qualification, but with competitive difficulty. So a little piked on that landing, otherwise steady. Just a slightly splayed landing perhaps there, but his body position was compensated for by a lack of any steps. Oh, well done, that young man. Eamon Montgomery of Ireland, the 19-year-old, getting more and more accustomed to taking part in big World Cup finals. Young athlete from Salto Club in Lisbon. He's had a very interesting career. He's competed at events like the Reykjavik International Games, where he was 4th in the junior all-around competition. He also took part in the Northern European Championships in Cardiff, so although we haven't seen him on the FIG radar, if you will, he has been out there competing for a while. Very interesting background. As a young athlete, his family took him swimming, went to the gym by accident, basically just walked into the wrong place.
That's great.
And they were told it was a 2-year waiting list. He waited 18 months to take up the sport, and perhaps most fascinatingly, Eamon Montgomery's father is a joiner, most skilled at woodwork, and actually built him a lot of the equipment he needed to practice on at home, which helped enormously with what can sometimes be quite prohibitive costs when you're doing artistic gymnastics. His dad got his tools out and built an awful lot. He was a little off axis, wasn't he, in his final tumbling pass? The score for Montgomery, though, is well up from qualification, 13.766, and all of that has gone into execution. Big improvement, so well done to him. Halfway mark then of the men's floor final, and leading the way is Artem Dolgopi out of Israel on 14.5. Then it is Paul Judah of the USA, 14.333. Followed by Eamon Montgomery of Ireland, 13.766. The next 4 in the men's floor final.
Representing Greece, Antonios Tantalidis.
Greece's Antonios Tantalidis, the 5th strongest performer in qualification. Bronze medalist at the Doha World Cup last year. Big reaction for Omar Mohamed of Egypt, the man from Alexandria, 7th strongest performer in qualification. Ireland's Adam Steele, the first Irish man to qualify for the all-around final at the European Championships. And the always excellent in execution, Artur Davtyan of Armenia, 4th strongest in qualification. And there he is, Mr. History Maker. The first Egyptian man ever to qualify for the Olympic Games by winning the all-around title at the African Championships. He did it the week before the first Cairo World Cup. Adam Steele, the first Irish man to qualify for the European Championship all-around final. We have in there as well Artur Davtyan, who is the first Armenian man to win an artistic gymnastics medal at the Olympic Games. So a lot of national history makers in this floor final. And those of you who are watching on in the Republic of Ireland, you must be just thrilled to see how much representation there is from the Irish men's squad across the finals here in Cairo. There's your top three so far. And can he displace them? Omar Mohammed, 7th strongest in qualification. Final warm-up being completed by the last to go, which will be Artur Davtyan of Armenia. One of the most elegant and crisp gymnasts in the world.
Our next finalist is an athlete from Greece. Your attention for Antonios Tantalidis.
From Greece, Antonios Tantalidis, the 25-year-old from Marousi, youth Olympian, and a man who won his first international honours when he took a bronze on this piece in the Doha World Cup last year. Now, Tantalidis is lacking the high execution score of most of the field. Sorry, the high difficulty score, I should say, of most of the field. His execution, though, can be a delight. Does well to hold that landing. He was quite jackknifed. He's competed at over a dozen World Cup events. There were concerns about him when he had to have an operation on his right shoulder a couple of years ago. Missed a lot of time. There's a lot to enjoy about that from Antonios Tantalidis of Greece. His difficulty score in qualification, 5.6, the second lowest of any of the qualifying finalists.
Athlete from Greece who turned 25 this year. His only World Cup medal so far was a medal on floor exercise that he won at the World
Made
Cup
it to his
Doha
first European Championship final in
Qatar.
3 attempts in Basel last year. I'm sure many of you remember that he was the 30th best in qualification and actually finished 19th in the final. It was a huge jump up. So he has shown himself across his international career to be somebody who performs well in finals.
The highest score so far in this final is still for Artyom Dogo.
Unsurprisingly, the
6.5.
cameras of Egyptian TV are going to be focused on this man. What about the score for this man?
And Eamon Montgomery of Ireland. And there's the score of Tantalidis.
He looks pretty happy with it, does Antonios Tantalidis. And that is why, 13.866. His execution is up by almost 2/10 from qualification. And he goes into the bronze medal position with 3 to go. So after this, we will know the first medalist. Omar Mohammed of Egypt, the 23-year-old from Alexandria. The first Egyptian man ever to qualify for the Olympic Games. He did it the week before the inaugural Cairo World Cup last year. And with regret, he goes straight out of bounds on his first tumbling pass. Has got good difficulty. Oh, that's lovely. Super landing. Looking a lot more settled into this routine now. Twice an all-around champion continentally. That's a very good finish to the routine from Omar Mohammed of Egypt. Yes, he will take some penalties for that opening tumbling pass. Yeah, and his reaction is the reaction of a man who knows that he's done exactly as he did in qualification, where he picked up a 10th penalty as well. He could get himself into contention, he really could. But he might well find that he's just a fraction outside.
The gold medalist, or was the gold medalist, all around at the African Championships.
The next two to go produced 13.6 scores in qualification. Just a reminder that it's 13.866 that's holding the bronze medal position at the moment.
But he trains in a club in Cairo now. Omar Mohammed.
So Omar Mohammed of Egypt waiting for his score to come in. He has been a floor champion as well continentally. First in Namibia in 2018. The score 13.566. It's virtually the same as his qualification mark. He's down by less than a tenth.
Ireland. Here's the floor routine. Just wait until we have a green light. There we go. The floor routine of
Adam Steele of the Republic of Ireland. .6 in qualification, the 6th best. And he'll take a 0.1 penalty as well, as he did in qualification. He's competed at 2 World Championships, 4 European Championships, the European Games. He's very experienced. Has made a number of World Cup finals. Well, some very good work from the two Irish gymnasts.
Adam Steele from Ireland.
Even Montgomery and Adam Steele.
One of our
And
8
again,
finalists
smiles
in Cairo.
of satisfaction at the conclusion of his display, just like his teammate. The first Irish gymnast to make the European Championship all-around final. He actually trains at Piper's Vale in the United Kingdom, in Ipswich. Father born in Limerick. Good time for Irish men's gymnastics at the moment.
The first medalist in this men's floor final will be Artyom Dolgopiat. He will win at least
Very nice form for a lot of his work. Adam Steele, 24-year-old. Good clearance in the Russian Wenderswing position. Oh, for Adam Steele, it's 13.933. And he is in third place with 1 to go. And this could be a first ever World Cup medal for Adam Steele of Ireland. It all depends on whether this gymnast has got any extra difficulty to throw at this final. Artur Davtyan of Armenia, 13.6 in qualification, the fourth best, with an 8.8 execution score, that's no surprise, and a 4.8 difficulty score. Oh, and that uncharacteristic moment from Artur Davtyan is going to be very good news, one suspects, for Adam Steele of Ireland. The bronze medalist on vault at the Olympic Games. And that concludes then the men's floor final here at the Cairo World Cup. Artur Davtyan of Armenia, coming into this final on the strength of his excellent execution, is likely not to feature in the medals, and as a result Adam Steele of Ireland is likely to secure a bronze. Currently leading the way, Artem Dolgopiat of Israel, then Paul Judah of the USA, then Adam Steele of Ireland.
Dolgopiat and Judah will be on the podium, that's for sure. But who will be the third medalist?
Put it on myself. Three guys standing.
Instructions being given about the presentation to the top three, with probably no expectation that there'll be a change to things.
Waiting for the score of Artur Davtyan. 12.7 for Artur Davtyan, which means that
It's 12.7 and 7th place for Artur Davtyan of Armenia. And as a result of that, it is a second World Cup gold in a row for Artem Dolgopyan of Israel. He looked a touch wooden at the start of the season, fair to say, coming 6th in Cottbus, but then he has loosened up to take gold in Doha and a gold in Cairo. So the reigning Olympic champion back on track. Gold for Dolgopyan, silver for Judah, and bronze for Adam Steele of Ireland for the first time ever. A World Cup medalist. Huge congratulations to him. And also for Paul Judah of the USA. It's his first World Cup medal too. Just missing out Antonios Tantalidis of Greece. And a strong performance as well by Eamon Montgomery of Ireland. That's his best ever finish in a World Cup final.
No problem. And then stand.
We're going to move straight on to the victory ceremony
They're all three for national anthem.
for this men's floor exercise.
شكرا للسادة الحكام على جهاز الحركات الأرضية.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to the judges.
And so the judges for the men's floor exercise are to depart as we look out over the impressive looking main hall at the Cairo International Stadium.
We have the impression that the judges have different plans, other plans. Yes, of course. A picture here on the field of play as a memory of this.
Now we remind ourselves of the
here in Egypt.
gold medal winning performance from Artem Dolgopyan of Israel. 14.5 his score, well up from qualification.
Judges, thank you so much. You're free to leave.
Winner of the silver medal, the USA's Paul Judah. And the winner of the bronze medal for the first time ever, just like Paul Judah on a World Cup podium, Adam Steele of Ireland. Isn't that a lovely sight? The Cairo International Stadium main hall beautifully lit for this FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Cup. Ooh, a little bit too beautifully lit. We had a spotlight going straight at one of the cameras there. But yes, it does televise magnificently. And we are going to enjoy in a short while the women's vault competition and the men's pommel horse. They are not due to get underway until the top of the hour, so that's in 21 minutes time. Whether they do start a little earlier, I'm not entirely sure. But before that, we'll have the victory ceremony anyway for the men's floor competition.
السيدات والسادة، الآن مراسم تتويج نهائي بطولة كأس العالم لجمباز القاهرة 2022 على جهاز الحركات الأرضية.
Award ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, for the final on men's floor. Please welcome the medal winners.
It's now time for the victory ceremony in the men's floor competition at the Cairo World Cup of Artistic Gymnastics. Delighted athletes on the podium for the first time at an FIG competition.
Third place and bronze medal winner, representing Ireland, Adam Steele.
From Ireland, Adam Steele, for the first time ever a World Cup medalist. He came in as the 6th best performer in qualification, added 3 1/3 tenths to his difficulty score. It's a brilliant performance from the 24-year-old.
For the United States, Paul Judah.
Paul Judah of the United States of America, the 20-year-old, taking his first ever FIG World Cup medal. And there's no shame in being beaten by the gentleman who's just beaten him.
والمركز الأول والميدالية الذهبية.
And first place and gold medal winner, representing Israel, Artem Dolgopiat.
Taking the title, though, Artem Dolgopiat of Israel. Doing it with a score of 14.5 for his second gold medal of the season. 2 out of 3 World Cup titles. And we'll now hear the national anthem of Israel.
National anthem of Israel.
For the second time this season, the national anthem of Israel played for Artem Dolgopiat.
Dolgopiat, the first medalist at the World Cup in Cairo 2022. Gymnasts, congratulations.
And the medalists depart. And we will continue with our competition.